Hello, thanks for joining me for your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 27th of September. This is for the Sun or the Ascendant. Now I'm going to give you an overview of the major strands of this week before going on to give you your specific in-depth forecast. And of course the week begins with Mercury going into a retrograde in the sign of Libra. Well, of course, Libran energy is all about balance, and the sign is an air sign, so about communication. And of course, the winged messenger is all about talk and thought. So it's around our relationships that we're really going to have to work hard, not just to when the retrograde finishes, but from when Mercury emerges from shadow on the 3rd of November. In fact, it's been in shadow in this location since the 6th of October. So also this week, Mercury is squaring up with Pluto. Pluto's the planet of passion and of change and of truth. And it may be in our professional situation that it's those relationships that prove to be particularly difficult or tricky. So keeping the lines of communication open is crucial. But of course, Mercury is a planet in the sign of Libra, but it's not the only one. The Sun and Mars are in Libra too, and they're both forging a very constructive link to Saturn in the sign of Aquarius, another air sign, and the sign of friendship. So those ties or bonds or associations which are collaborative, cooperative and constructive can actually go from strength to strength. So don't see Mercury retrograde as being all bad, because also Mercury this week is forging a gorgeous alliance to the planet of fortune, Jupiter. And this is one of those really uplifting angles that can really give us a lot of support. And in this case, to articulate our ideas and to see the good in situations. I think that's going to be really helpful. Now, there is a quarter moon on Wednesday in the emotional sign of Cancer. And if there is somebody around us that is finding it a little bit more difficult to interact in the way that we want, then we may need to work at this a little harder from then. But also this week, Venus, the second half of the week, forges a very deep and passionate angle to Pluto. And I think this again is just going to remind us of the quality of certain associations, but also it can be very good from a financial viewpoint. So if you're working on something and it is requiring a lot of skill, a lot of nous, a lot of acumen, then any kind of relationship around the business world that is based on finances, where the lines of communication are open, can also prove fruitful. If you're new to me or my channel, I'd be honoured if you'd subscribe. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. Also, you can sign up for your free written daily horoscope to be fired to your device each morning. Please see the subscription link beneath this video. I write for many newspapers and websites around the world, including Britain's most read newspaper, The Metro. So it would be a pleasure for you to join me too. And finally, with year 2022 racing up, if you'd like to get your forecast for next year and you order it now, you can get the rest of 21 free, plus a character analysis and 30% off, all based on your unique birth data. So gain searing insights of the opportunities ahead, but also where to steer clear of challenges. Please see the link below. Hello Taurus, and welcome to your in-depth forecast for week commencing the 27th of September. Now Mercury, the planet of communication, is going backwards, as you know, but its 10th angle to Pluto is the one that I would like to discuss first. Mercury in your 6th house is about details, whereas Pluto for you is in the 9th house of truth. Because you have the Sun and Mars also in your 6th house, I actually think your energy, your physical energy, could be quite good this week, as long as you don't scatter yourself too thinly. And that's the caution of Mercury's square with Pluto, because Mercury governs the nervous system. And the quarter moon on Wednesday in Cancer moves across the 3rd and 6th houses for you. Again, that can influence your nervous system. If you try to be too productive, almost too virtuous, very 6th house, to try to get everything in your world balanced, very Libran. So the key to this week, I think, is to really think about the things that are truly essential and narrow your focus, because the Sun and also Mars's angle to Saturn is extremely constructive, and that suggests hard work, application, attention to detail, but not overdoing things, just really picking through things in a very systematic and thorough way can bring its rewards. And of course Mercury also forges that absolutely amazing link to Jupiter. So if you're looking for a new job and you have an interview, Mercury square with Pluto says don't overpromise. Just keep it real, be very honest about what you can offer, and come across as being somebody very reliable, something that Taurus people have a reputation for anyway. And I think the fact that Venus in your sector of relating is forging a magical link to Pluto in the second half of this week, if you do approach the week in this way, I think you could have a connection with someone, and it may be of a more workaday or professional, or not necessarily a romantic connection, that actually can really give you a lot of a sense of achievement and advancement. But that doesn't mean to say that something isn't possible around your love life too. Venus linking with Pluto is very deep, and it could be very passionate, particularly with Venus in the sign that Pluto governs of Scorpio, and of course your sector of relating. But I think for you, for a romantic relationship to move forwards this week, I think it needs to be someone who's quite businesslike in their approach, quite grounded, quite realistic. That's going to call out to you most this week, I feel.